All right, hello wine drinking people. Time for more of what I've had to drink yesterday, and a lot of great Italian stuff in the store the first part of the month. And one of my favorite grapes, Sangiovese. So, yeah, I'm not going to argue if you want to bring Italian wine after Italian wine into the store. This is a small producer that has been around since the 16th century. Wow. Unbelievable, the history of some of these properties in Europe. And I'm trying to find the exact year. 1524. Wow. Been owned by the same family for that long. Anyways, the Villa Calcinaia, Comitale Bianco is the first wine. And these are the old vines. They have another label, Piegaia, Chianti, which are the younger vines. So a little bit confusing, you know, I mean, but same estate, same vineyards. The white is a unique blend of Grechetto and Veraccia. And really bright, almost like lemon Skittles on the nose here. Kind of whetstone minerality, fresh and clean on the tongue. This wine's that nice lemon citrusy fruit and a little salty kind of minerally note on the finish. Really refreshing at $21.75, a really good and unique little white wine from 2012. Then the Chianti Classico. Piegaia, which is the younger vines. This is a really fresh and fruity style. A little bit of Merlot thrown in there, which is becoming more popular today, and they say it helps round out the palate on the Sangiovese, which can be a little angular. And this one's got some nice plum and cherry fruit, a hint of fresh herbs and earthy notes. Really fresh and clean red. Serve this one slightly chilled. It's got a little bit of that raw meat kind of character to it, and the wild herbs. Really light and refreshing red for 20 bucks. All right, the Villa Calcinaia, Chianti Classico, the older vines. This one's got 10% Canaloll in the blend. Good amount of ripe plum and wild strawberry fruit, pretty floral notes, sage and herbs. Kind of classic what you get in the Tuscan countryside. And this wine's nicely structured on the palate. 2010, outstanding vintage for Chianti. A lot of that nice, rich red berry fruit showing. A firm hand of acidity. Some dry tannins at the end. And those herbs also showing some nice freshness here. This wine is excellent for $26.50, and you could probably hold on to it for 10 years or more. Wow. All right, the Piegaia, Chianti Classico Riserva. So going back to the younger vines. And this is 100% Sangiovese now, so no blend, a single vineyard wine. It's got some nice red berry fruit, that savory herb note, smooth and polished on the palate, and maybe not quite as structured even as the one before it. You know, it's from the younger vines. You definitely notice the older vines give you a little more structured wines. But this wine just as good. I rated it the same, maybe a little more drinkable and a little more savory at the end. Leaves your tongue salivating for food, but excellent at $34.50. And then the Chianti Classico Riserva from the older vines, Villa Calcinaia, and also 100% Sangiovese, the vineyard, the older vines planted in 59 and 75 by his father. And they've got 70 acres on the estate and a guest house that sleeps 20. It looks fantastic with a pool. Absolutely rocking. Some of the greatest agriturismo in Tuscany are these old estates you can go and stay for, nothing compared to if you're staying in Florence at one of the major hotels there. So something to check out if you're going to Tuscany, this property. And the wine's also very good. This Riserva was rocking. Wild strawberry fruit, pretty floral notes, a nice hand of earth there as well. Very forward and drinkable. This 2009 vintage showing a little more juicy fruit, a little less tannins, that dried flowers and herbs notes coming through on the finish. Really nice and zesty. Excellent juice at $42. And then the Villa Calcinaia Casarsa Rosso, which, although it says it nowhere in the bottle, it is 100% Merlot. A little bit, annoying that people don't want to put grape varietals on the bottle today, but they only make 300 cases of this wine, 3,000, a couple hundred bottles, so very small production. The name means burnt house, and I guess it refers to one of the homes on the property. And this wine's got a good amount of dark plum and cherry fruit, notes of sweet herbs, dark cocoa, and really nice richness on the palate. Really nice plummy fruit, smooth tannins, but nice structure here. Really nice acidity, nice freshness. This wine opens up really nice on the second day, even better. Excellent juice at $49. And that's what we had to drink with our friends from Villa Calcinaia. I'm your host, Andrew Lampasoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying remember, always drink the good stuff first.